Black churches is completely ridiculous and unjustifiable.
God is not in those churches. The devil is in those churches. Each one of those churches are ran by particular demons. And you'll know by what goes on in them, what rules the people. You understand? You got a lot of whore spirits up in there. And those spirits, and back in the day when I was coming up, I'm 52 years old. When I was younger, I'm talking about 12, 13 years old, the whoredom spirit that was in the churches, black churches, was the pastor sleeping around with different men's wives and the young girls and stuff like that. That was that then. That has matured. See, sin don't stop. It's going to take you and push you till you further down the road of sin and you're doing things that you never thought you'd be doing. Now in the church, the pastor's sleeping with the boys, with people's sons, and stuff like that is coming out. See, it progressed. It always progressed. You get what I'm saying? Wickedness progress. It don't stay still. So when you doing your little sins and stuff, y'all, you think you getting away with stuff, months from then, you're going to be doing worse. You're going to do a different act, or you're going to think a different act until you do it. You know, that's why it's good to get a hold of those type of things before it go too far. But these churches here are ruled by Satan. They demonic. They keep the black people stupid, and they think ignorant, and they teach them stuff that's not even in the Bible. Matter of fact, they only teach them two scriptures, John 3:16 and whatever Paul said or something. They don't go by Jesus. Only thing they go by what Jesus did is that he died for you. But Paul really is their God. That's crazy to me. Somebody didn't know what he was talking about half the time. That Christian church keep black people stupid, ignorant, and if you go to jail, or prison, ask everybody in there who they is. Going in, they're going to be Christians. Everybody coming in there for murder, rape, selling dope, all Christians. They believe in Jesus. Because Jesus said that Jesus, y'all be saying, he said you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. Just believe in him and say you sorry one day when you feel like it or something. Yeah, you can do whatever it is you want to do. Don't that sound like Satanism? Yeah. That's because there's demons behind all this stuff. I keep telling y'all. That church make foolish houses of black people. Black people that has terrible diets. They teach you slave diets to keep eating pork and intestines with poop in them and foolishness like that. But throw some greens in there and some mac and cheese. See, those churches promote cliques, promote gossiping and sexual deviation. And it promotes Satanism in the children. Yep. In a nutshell, Christianity teaches you to be a damn fool. That's what it does. Christianity taught the slaves to love their slave masters and do anything they tell them to do, even if it's crazy. Work them till they muscles ripped from their bones on their shoulders. Did them people terrible. I've seen pictures with the KKK with their whole uniforms on and black people sitting there in the midst of them looking terrified. Man, all those people that's behind all this stuff, all those dead KKK members and slave owners, they didn't get away either. But that's a different video. God gonna tear their asses up, and I guarantee you he already started. But that's another video. In the early 1900s, Christianity taught black people how to do the jig and run around the church like they crazy. Then through time, through the 40s, 50s, 60s, and all them years, that's what they learned. How to run around the church, be good slaves, hate each other, and sleep with each other's wives and husbands, and whatever else you can think of under the sun. That's because that place is run by demons. The church, I mean. You can't be in an establishment or in a religion. See, religion is foolishness anyway. But you can't be in a religion that don't teach what's in the book. You get what I'm saying? They don't teach what's in the Bible. Because the Bible teaches certain things. It teaches that God has never cast away his people, the Israelites. And they don't teach you that. That alone would make you study differently. Okay? They don't teach you the details of how the 12 tribes were scattered. And God said he was going to gather them. And it was a certain way that they was going to be done. He don't tell you that. I found out recently. I ain't even really know this. I figured, but I ain't know it. No, I ain't see no scriptures or nothing. But I'd be studying and stuff. Found this out within my few years, in my years of studying. I've been studying the Bible since I was about 12 years old. I grew up in the church. So I know, trust me, my mother was a minister. See, they purposely left stuff out. And it was made to be a white supremacist teaching to where they can do all the dirt that they want to do and still get away with it because Jesus died for everybody.